part of their racist, discriminatory law, the Mohammedan law. He's a real world hero in a clubhouse zero. Oy vey, Rabbono Shalom. I put a link in the chat to the Charter of Medina, known as the Mohammedan Constitution. If you're Jewish, you really got to read it because it's talking about you, and these Islam terrorists are nothing but Don Corleone, Godfather mafiosos. It's in group, out group, but they're so stupid that they're still living in the year 660. They're ignorant, they're racist, they're bigoted, like you just heard from the previous speaker. He thinks without us, you guys would have nothing. These are the dumbest, lowest class pieces of trash in society. They should all be mass demigrated out of Europe, demigrated out of America. Kiss them all goodbye. Send them back to the fucking desert. Back to the fucking desert. Go suck a camel's dick. Hello?
Already. The reason that the only good thing about them ruining Europe is that we're moving to Israel.
That's why people are protesting in Greece, Italy, Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
Against the Jew. Right?
Yeah.
That's why people.
All the bankrupt countries.
There's videos everywhere. As soon as they find out these people are from Israel, they start telling them free Palestine, get the fuck out of my country.
Yeah, those are criminals.
Vacation.
Yeah, we have criminals here too. I get
Zero,
it.
do you plan on doing that too? Do you plan on going after Jews, Zero? Is that what you do, Zero?
People cannot go
Zero, do you
anywhere
intend
in
to
the
do
world
that?
without the people.
And where are you going to do that, Zero? You're going to do that in Pompano Beach, Zero? Zero, you're going to do that in Pompano Beach? Are you, Zero? Zero, you're doing that? You're doing that in Pompano?
Don't worry about one person.
Yeah, Zero, what are you doing in Pompano Beach to Jewish people? Why don't you tell us what you intend to do in Pompano Beach to Jewish people? Come on, Zero, what are you going to do? Tell us. Can't wait to let everyone know in Florida what you intend to do. Come on, Zero. Let's figure this one out. What are you going to do? You're going to go after them on Sample Road? What are you going to do, Zero? Tell me. What are you doing in Pompano against Jewish people?
Nobody gives a shit about
No, Zero, why don't you tell us? What are you intending to do?
Ma'am, stop with the anti-septic. Stop with the anti-septic victim shit. Nobody wants to hear your anti-septic.
What are you personally doing?
Anti-septic.
What are you doing,
Nobody
Zero?
wants to hear your anti-septic.
I'm not doing anything. I'm asking what
Nobody
you're
wants
doing,
to
Zero.
hear your anti-septic.
What are you going to do?
Nobody wants to hear your anti-septic. Oh,
Nobody wants.
He's a clubhouse zero and a real world hero. Zero, go sell one of your houses. Zero made it big.
Kitover has joined us. He's running for Congress. He loves to talk about the financial.
No, I'm not running for Congress anymore. I'm running for mayor.
Oh, he's running for mayor. Excuse me.
Mayor
Let's
what?
talk about the financial situation here in the United States.
Bima, are you going to do a room on the hospice and what's happening in California? Are you upset about that at all? What they've done in California? Do you have any outrage about that?
I don't know about that. What is it?
Well, you're pretty good at researching stuff, so take a look at what they've uncovered and the fraud they've uncovered with hospice. I don't know if you've ever had a family member in hospice. I'm not talking. I'm talking about hospice.
I used to volunteer for hospice.
You know what hospice is, right?
Yeah, of course I
Hospice
do,
is really important. So
Yeah.
take a look at what they just uncovered on these for-profit and non-for-profit in California. I mean, there's massive exposure of it.
The thing instead of funding hospice is we should just fund capital punishment from now on. Let's rededicate ourselves to capital punishment.
I did want to talk about the financial situation in the United States because that's what we were talking about.
Well, that's part of the problem, Bima. The amount of government money that goes into things like the amount of government money that gets put into things like the amount of government money that gets wasted on fraud in the United States.
Right. So I think it's a really good point because we're talking about
The government money that gets wasted in the United States and fraudulently taken by groups in the United States.
Right, and I don't think that the anecdote of kids going to college, it doesn't. It's irrespective. It doesn't matter. I respect. Happy that your kids are doing. I'm happy that they're making money, but that's not. Kids aren't the denominator for 350 million people, right? So when we have full-time people,
290 million people, 60 million illegal alien invaders.
excuse me, they're taking home $37,000 a year, right? And rent is $2,000 a month, right? That is what this is the shit that we're looking at right now, okay? So we're missing the underlying issue and of what I had originally brought up, which is, yeah, we can't afford spending $2 billion a day in Iran when we have really big spending issues here, right? What's happening with our society? What's the last time I brought up the Gini coefficient? Why is that important? Well, because as the gap increases and widens, right, there's gonna be unrest. The EMF. I was just looking at this report. No, not the EMF. My bad.
There's gonna be unrest, you dummy. There's already unrest. Hello?
The International Monetary Fund, right? It literally talks what is this? IMF.org, inequality, right? It's talking about what happens when this gap widens and causes, circa Gilded Age era gap distribution, when 4,000 families help.
7 out of every 100,000 people in America are murdered every year. I call that a problem.
God damn.
Did you hear that gullet? That fatty little voice? God damn. 7 out of every 100,000 every month, every year get murdered? God damn.
You have to be an asshole.
The green bean.
I know, and I hate overmodding people, Zero. I really, really do. It's like, I really, really hate it. That's why I mod other people, because I like them to do it, because I hate being that person. I want to believe that maybe, just maybe, 5, 10, 20 chances people are gonna come around. Oh, wow, I'm an adult. Wow, I don't have to overtalk somebody when somebody else is talking. Wow, we can have a civil discussion one at a time, right? I always have that hope for humanity. Unfortunately, that's not happening well here tonight. So anyway, I did reach my peak. So when last time this happened, when you have 4,000 families holding as much wealth as another 11.5 million families, all right, and they're living this particular lifestyle, when you have 10% of Americans holding 93% of all stocks in the United States, and I mean, this is going to be a working class type outrage, and it's just going to get violent, as we're seeing, right? Violence is going to happen if we don't balance our damn budget. This is what we have to do. This is the most important thing. I truly believe this. Bill, you talked about it the other day, and I think that right now, if anybody's voting, everybody should be making sure that they are making certain that they're voting for somebody who's going to balance the damn budget, right? Because we can't. People think we could just keep spending. It doesn't look like exactly. It doesn't look like we could keep spending, right? Our Gini coefficient is as it was. This is in 2019. Who knows what it is now? Okay, that was the same as the Gilded Age. I'm telling you, we're going to see more. People are just going to start thinking like this Kareem guy. Let's just burn down the warehouse. And, F it, right? So the fact is that it's stability across the nation, and we don't have that right now. We're not 80% of Americans aren't able to keep up with the inflation right now, and this is what we need to be focusing on home.
Yeah, I do real estate down here. Okay, for the last 20-something years, I've been selling real estate in Miami-Dade, Broward County, all down Florida, Palm Beach, Jupiter, all that stuff. Yeah, all the way up to West Palm Beach. I keep going. Okay, cool. But listen, I get to talk to everybody. The rich to the rich, the poor to the poor. Okay, and I remember before COVID, I used to help young people under 40 buy a house. Say about 2018, 2019, the interest rate on the loan was like 3.5%. You could put like $10,000 down, get a house, blah, blah, blah. That was fine. Today, forget it. The young kids today, all they're doing now is pulling up with themselves like 2 or 3 friends, and they're renting, 2-bedroom apartments for like $2,500 because they cannot buy a house like we're able to just 5 or 6 years ago. It's just not happening. So I understand exactly what you're saying. I talked to all these people, and even the rich are like, I got to sell my house. I got to drop the price, 100,000, 200,000, because nobody's buying. That's what's happening right now. The reality on the ground in Florida.
Here's South Florida, yeah, Zero, you're completely right.
Stop the usury cycle money. It's fake money. These people, these rabbis are printing, give it to you as a money. Yes, it is dismantled. Back again to the real money. What you earn is what you own. Okay, and people should be liberated and freed from this kosher or sorry, I could say like a usury, demonic Baal system. And I think
What's
Iran is
usury?
doing it.
What's usury? Why
The
don't you
denial
define it?
of Over's
What's
puzzle
usury?
police to obliterate offenders and hunt them down.
Define it.
It's not only a war against
Define the term.
America,
Define the term.
between America and Iran. It's actually a war between humanity and a usury system.
What's usury? Define the term. Define it.
Well, United States printing $6, okay, and doing this cycle, we have to siphon it down.
I mean, now, but do you think the U.S.
We don't
wants
want
too
to have a
much compared to the threats? Would you say
Define usury. Tell me how usury works. What states have usury laws in the United States?
All humanity thrives and lives.
Can you define the term?
Okay, America would be much more better without this usury rabbinical system.
So tell me how you use. Tell me define usury, Yahweh. You're talking about a term. What's the term mean? Bima, could you ask him to define it?
Right now, the interest rate on a loan is 6.9% for a
What's
house.
usury? Can you
I want
define
to
the
hear.
term?
I want to hear more about that, Zero. Hold on. Yahweh, could you finish it? Then Zero, I'd like to hear what you had.
So I think this is an opportunity for people who are seeking human liberty to dismantle the petrodollar scam, where people, even the Federal Reserve should be dismantled, and Americans should live under the sun without being captive by any banking system. And these things should really start. This is the liberation of
We
humanity.
did not have a federal system. We didn't have one. 100 years ago, we didn't even have one.
Hold on. Let's talk about this. I'd like to talk about this for a second. Yahweh, could you finish what you were saying?
Yeah, but the and we've got here some reason.
What word did you just tell me? What did you just say? What did you just say? Yahweh, what word did you just say?
Kike, proud to say it, freedom of speech.
Bima, you think that's a good thing to say?
I don't like the freedom of speech.
No, I don't.
Thank you,
But can we please be respectful?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Pepe just
Pepe, yeah, it was.
threatened. He was threatening
I
my
wasn't in the
family
room, but I
that
just
I'm
heard
gonna
it. I just heard it, Bima.
throw some missile on your family, you know.
And I apologize about that interrupt. I apologize.
Put it into your ass. It says freedom of speech.
It's not freedom of speech. It has nothing to do with that. It's rude and it's obnoxious. It's
Shove it into your kike ass and shut up.
You know what? You don't speak to people that way.
I
She's been
speak
here
to
sooner.
kike.
That guy Pepe was calling her.
So basically, the issue is
Not only
You don't
calling me
speak
a
to
bitch,
people that
he
way.
was threatening me. He was threatening me and my family that he gonna throw a bomb on my family.
Whatever you
Okay,
say sounds ignorant now.
Let's just start over.
Besides, you can't define the word usury. You don't even know what it is.
It would be easy if we don't interrupt each other. And then hold on, y'all, one
Finding that acceptable.
1 second. Could we just reset? I don't want to have responsibility. I don't like using the green bean. Please don't. I hate it. I really hate it. I want us to just act like adults and have good conversation. If we could just be respectful, let's have a reset, okay? Fresh reset. Whoever now initiates aggression, you're the problem. So if you're going to speak disrespectful, we're going to point you out. And if you're going to cut somebody off, we're going to point you out. So let somebody finish what they're saying. They won't get irritated, and then we could respond without cutting people off. Remember, there's a fresh reset right now, okay? Go ahead, Yahweh. Please finish what you're saying.
First of all, this is the opportunity and a chance for the world to realize that the petrodollar should be siphoned down, and that's actually making America printing paper money without even being backed up by anything.
Well, you know I have no respect for your shit room and your moderating skills.
So people are enslaved. because of this
Is a clown.
cycle. That should be dismantled, and the Iranians are doing a good job for that. I really praise them. I'm not Iranian, but I praise that what they are doing is not for themselves, but for all humanity to be liberated from this shackle. The thing is also we should go back to the central bank's idea, which is basically you've got a central bank, whether it's a Federal Reserve or Bank of England or whatever, they are printing money and they are making people impoverished. Okay, and so poverty here is not because you're not working, it's because you have less money. Whatever you're going to do, the central banks is going to print you the money and control the supply of money and put inflation and control the inflation. What we got to do, free the people from the central banks, let the people control their wealth, they control the money, and there will be no poverty in that. That's the only thing. And there will be no even wars. I'm telling you, there will be no war. Because all the war is because of that.
So I'd like so that's interesting. Thank you. I'd like to talk about that. Can we really, anybody that's listening to this that has a good idea that could maybe give us an idea, let's entertain this as a concept, as a possibility. If the petrodollar was to be null and void, if the USD, the US dollar, becomes no longer, right? We won't say no longer at all. We'll just say it doesn't become the world's reserve currency. Okay, what would happen to the rest of the world? Can anybody who knows the chain of what happens, right? What would actually have to happen for that to happen, right? I need somebody that knows this, right? So the dollar is going to. Wait, hold on, just 1 second. Hold on.
Why is
so
the
dollar reserve.
Dollars.
So
that's exactly what you're saying.
Right. So we're gonna say if we get rid of the
What's the point of it?
we're not gonna have right. So right. So but this is the point. The point is no, I understand. But I want to understand right now, if we were to get rid of that right now, right? If we lost, if the world lost confidence in the U.S. dollar, does anybody have any idea, any good explanation of explaining to us what is going to happen, what that actually means? There's going to be some, what's going to happen with the Treasury, right? There's going to have to be, the Treasury's going to have to sell, right? What's going to happen with those yields? What's going to happen with the
Okay. Hate to say it, but there's some really stupid fucking people out there that just can't seem to stop thinking and talking. They will never understand Islam until they are forced into it. And then it's too late. They can't be saved. I listen to people too closely. They're saying the same stuff in fact. They just don't know.
you read the Medina Charter, it fully explains Muhammad law and its application towards Jews and unbelievers. It's such a scam.
This is your moment to grab a free.
Yeah, I need a new heart that doesn't know who you are, Cause this one's broken in two all because of what you did to me. Yeah,
Excuse me, do you play guitar? Are you an artist?
I am.
What's your artist name? Can you solo?
Yeah.
The last person to freestyle on one of our songs got 30 million views. You think you can beat it?
Oh, you want me to do it right now?
Right now.
Okay.
you keep me coming from the very first night. Feels like a sweat coming that first kiss. I need a new heart that doesn't know who you are, Cause this one's black and so white.
Check this out. Excuse me, can you rap?
casualties. And
Well,
we're trying to precision.
Mate, I'll tell you something. Most of the infrastructure inside of Iran, it belongs to the era of the Shah. They didn't put the brick on top of the brick during the past 47 years. Yeah. Can you believe that they sunk the oil platform? How you can sunk the oil platform?
They
Unbelievable.
stole all the money from the people. They kept it for themselves. They gave it to
Yeah, of course.
Ali. They spent it on terror. They're playing with their violent toys, killing the Yemenis, killing the Syrians. Look what they did in Syria. That's one of the greatest war crimes in history. What did they kill? 650,000 Sunni Arabs and Christians for what? They put that monster in power, Assad. And then look what they're doing with Hezbollah in Lebanon, killing all the Lebanese people. How dare they?
And they're not giving up.
No, they're going to give up soon. You know what happens next? Here's what happens next. Either they surrender, or we wait for a while, and then we finish the job that we started. Well, do you see all those aircraft carriers we have there? They're not there to fool around. That's more military power than you guys have ever seen in one place. We can't even tell you what's on those aircraft carriers. Never mind Israel. Israel's just a little brother. America's the big brother.
Yeah,
you don't want what happens next. What happens
and,
next?
and one thing for the Americans is, guys, if you do want a peace in the Middle East, you need a stable Iran. That's a fact. The moment that Iran falls, all of the countries aside from Iran, they've fallen. Right? Between the 1979, we haven't had these things, these bullshit. And Iran falls, and you got to remember, and the next generation, something happens to Iran, it kind of brings down all of the countries in the region, and it's going to create a massive problem for generations. It's not just a 10 years thing, it's not a 50 years, it's hundreds of the years. And look at the money has gone wasted on these bombs and this and that, and protection, how prosperous the people could be in the region. The Israel, think about it, the amount of the money that goes to the Iron Dome, it could be going to the Israelis and the country to be in a better position, or the Americans, or the UAE, or the Saudis, or even the Libyans and the others. Iran fold, and then what's happened? All the other fold, like a domino. So we got to be very, very careful about Iran, and it is a gem there. We got to protect. The way that protecting Israel, we should protect Iran as well. That's a fact.
Well, we're millions of Iranians, even outside of Iran, that want to return back to their home country and help rebuild, work there, live there, and make this country into a genuine, great, prosperous country. But you won't let us. Some of us, they will even take it down with them to rumbles before they give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine, that's cool. As long as you do something positive for it, I'm totally with you guys. But I think the plans
There's always a but. There's always a but there.
Yeah, but I see the plans are not going well. My problem is that, okay, let's say
How do you know it's not going well? It is your narrative that you say that it's not going well. It's going well, actually. In fact.
I don't think they're going to want you back there, Ali. I hate to tell you this, Ali. I think you should think about staying where you are. They're not going to be very happy with you if you go back there. They know who you are. Unfortunately, that's the downside. So the good people of Iran come back, and the bad people go bye-bye. I'm sorry I have to say that.
And Norman, you know what? One of the reasons that they are resisting hard is that they don't have any place. Like at the time of the Shah, because the people they migrated, they welcomed in the United States and the different countries. Where are these people gonna go? They don't have any place other than
Indonesia.
I don't think so, mate. Even Indonesia is not gonna accepting them. Impossible. Maybe the millionaires or the billionaires, yes, possibly because of their money. But what about the rest? They don't have any other solution.
Armin, I never thought of that. You're absolutely right.
Dude.
They got a situation on their hands.
As long as my brain works and I do beneficial things, I can go anywhere I want in this world, okay? Because I can do many good things.
Wait, when you say beneficial, you think that the Shah did something?
All your life, okay?
Yeah.
Just
Ali,
explain things.
do you think the Ayatollah did anything good for Iran?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So then what is your idea
he couldn't answer. He said they protested in the street for the next 40, 50 years and then get killed in the streets. And that's his solution.
I like that idea.
Okay. My question is that if Europe is so badly defenseless, especially during
It's not defenseless. It's not defenseless. It's not defenseless, but you're making your point like a fact. Yeah, nobody said it's defenseless. It's your narrative. Nobody said it's defenseless.
Don't make up a story.
No, I didn't say that.
Dude, okay,
Yeah.
they can defend themselves, but they are so weak right now. Okay,
I didn't say that either. But you know what? You need to study more English, man. I didn't say any of that. I said that they don't have armies and they don't have a strong military. That's what I said. And they need the United States to help defend them against Russia. Do you remember that now?
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Okay.
If they don't have a strong army and they need United States to help them defend against Russia, why we see, please stop, why we see a trend of European countries coming out of United States protection of
That hasn't happened. They're still in NATO.
It hasn't happened. When?
Ali, we have 100,000 American troops in Europe since the end of World War II. Did you not know that? Do you know all of our Did you know we have nuclear weapons in Europe?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, do you know how many army bases we have in Europe? So I don't know where you got the idea that they're no longer under the U.S. protection.
So what's normal? I just want to know things. You answer me as a Native American, okay? Just answer me.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, the answer
So wait, so you keep asking questions, but you're not listening to the answers, are you?
No, I'm listening.
Okay,
You said
so
changing the fact as well.
is Europe under our protection or not?
Yeah, they are under your protection.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, now what's the next question?
Fine. No, I have just questions, and you know things. You're expert. Just answer me, okay?
So I'll ask you one, and then you ask you ask me one. I'll ask you one. You get one more, and then you're going to answer my question. You agree?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
So
You agree, and you're going to tell the truth this time, right? You're not going to lie this time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. There we go.
So what's the problem with Canada having alliance with America that they told that the days that we are sending every 70 cents of $1 to America, it's finished. They said it's finished. What's the problem? What's the
Okay.
matter?
Has it finished?
Wait, hang on a second.
I don't understand this
So Ali,
question.
you have a question for Canada now. I'll tell you, the Prime Minister is Mark Carney. You should send them an email.
Right now, we just want their hockey players. That's really all we're interested in.
I hear they're very good.
Oh, they're very good.
So truthfully, right now, we're in the playoffs, and we're just interested in their hockey players, not their syrup, not their dollars, just the hockey players.
And it doesn't mean that the Canadian are against the American. And it is a part of Canada. It doesn't mean
I
that...
don't want to say they are against. I want to say what changed that they say things like this? What changed? Just
Even Harper is not the prime minister. That's what changed.
Listen, you're a very fair point.
What changed is Stephen Harper is not their prime minister anymore. That's what changed.
And it doesn't mean necessarily they should say yes to... No. They should say yes to everything United States says, and the United States should not say yes to everything else. For example, United Kingdom or Australia says. It's a relationship. Sometimes you say yes, sometimes you say no. But you're great ally. You think that whatever the Americans say, Israelis say yes? No.
I have to amend it. I kind of want their Putan too. The hockey players and the Putan.
Yeah.
That seems more
I'm not a big fan of the Putan.
Are you a fan of the Putan too?
Yeah.
Yes. I like the futon with everything on it.
Everything on the Putan?
Yeah, just load it up.
Why not? What? Yeah, so Ali, yeah.
I'm a kitchen sink kind of guy.
Yeah, it's just to say it doesn't mean that they say, and it doesn't mean that they are against each other. It doesn't mean that. So sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. It depends on the country's situation. situation and the circumstances.
Armin, but we did kick their ass in the, we did win the gold medal from them. I mean, we have to acknowledge that. And they haven't won a Stanley Cup in how long, Canada? Sorry, Rafi, but it's just the way it is.
And they apparently cheated curling, which is very disappointing.
They do cheat at curling, right?
Yeah, I think they play against themselves. It's fine.
Yeah, so now it is it is your time for your question.
And they booed the Star Spangled Banner, which is a whole issue for Americans.
That is not nice.
That was really horrible.
So what do you think the United States should be doing with regard to your beautiful country that wants to be free from the Islamic jihadist revolutionary genocide corps? You agree that the IRGC is genocidal, don't you?
Yeah, okay.
Is that a yes? You do agree?
Yeah, I agree, okay.
Okay, we should stop them from committing genocide, shouldn't we?
Okay.
How do we
United
stop
States.
them, Ali?
What?
Okay, till now, United States have done very well. But we don't want no more casualties inside Iran because every Iranian life is precious for us. Okay?
Okay.
So you guys are going to surrender, right?
Is precious for us. Be careful about it.
Great.
You guys are going to surrender now, correct?
I am not part of what you understand this shit, and let's continue the conversation, okay?
Wait. We're just not. You got a little bit. You got a little hinky. What happened? Yeah, irritated. Thank you. You got a little irritated. What happened there?
Yeah, dude, because you are acting so fucking foolish, and look at how old are you, but you're acting
Dude,
so...
that's very insulting. Why do you have to speak vulgar words?
Does he live in Iran? Where do you live?
No, he's hiding. He's one of those rich kids that their parents stole the money from the Iranian people.
Can you?
And he said, get out of here and go spend money in Ibiza or something.
But he's Persian, yeah? Can you tell me, I really hope when the war is over we can start to buy Persian rugs again. I've been really hoping for that. Do you think you could get us a line on rug?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit embarrassed about this question, okay? I have another one for you. I understand that you have flying carpets over there. Can you get me one of those? I've always wanted one.
Rocky, maybe that would help.
I'm just thinking, are they going, the funny part is I'm literally sitting here thinking, are they a little gas propeller ones or they're going 26 with this shit?
Or maybe you do it by yourself instead of just
Who said I
hanging your ass.
We like
Reverse engineering. Well, you know what? There is no need for reverse engineering on a carpet as long as they can get to lay their hands on one of our handmade carpets. They're happy with that, so don't change the topic. There's no need for this.
The topic, change the topic. It's no problem. Yeah. I enjoyed the conversation because we are really enjoying.
What else do they make there? What else other than carpets do they make
there? They have saffron. They have really good saffron.
Does that come from there?
Yes.
Well, there is an answer to that. We can make many things if we are allowed to.
I don't know.
Like
what's stopping you from moving carpets?
Because this fucking IRGC, this jihadism, this Muslim and this radical Islam is limiting the potential of the people.
Of the carpets? Really? Is that why they're not making carpets?
Well, it's not about the carpets. It's not about the carpets. It's about the whole range of the other things that the Iranian people have a potential
But what else do they make in Iran other than carpets?
Yeah, well, at the moment,
what do they know how to make? What do they know how to make?
Zero.
Caviar.
Oh, is it caviar decent there, Sam?
Would you prefer? Would you prefer?
Sam, what else? What other resources, Sam?
Okay. I'm gonna say. Would you prefer to give you Iranian carpet or saffron, or teach you Iranian mathematics? Which one do you like best?
We want all three. We're Americans. Give it all. Take everything.
Why not?
No, I never was a big mathematics person, so it's not appealing to me
carpet than having to figure out algebra.
Wait, let's start with basic math. How much is 1 Ayatollah minus 1 Ayatollah?
It's 0 Trump, I guess.
Okay, zero. Okay, I'm starting to learn your mathematics. Okay. And what happens when you decapitate the leadership of a country like 4 levels down? What happens?
I mean, it's fine. It's more fun, I can
That's
say.
good? It's good when the country's decapitated? That's a good thing?
Yeah, well, it's not a, well, sorry, it's not the country, it's the regime. It's the regime just directed to.
I'm sorry.
Let me say another mathematical formula for this. What about spending American taxpayers' money, $1 billion per day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
$420 million per
No, I want to ask you a question.
$11,000
First of all, we don't know how.
How do you feel about it?
First of all, we don't know how much we've spent. That's number one. And neither do you. Secondly, that money was allocated years and years and years ago, and we've already submitted a new budget to Congress for our military. Hang on. So what happens is
What about
when we hang on, Leah,
$billions of dollars there?
hang on a second, Ali. So when we finish using the old stuff, which is still like 1,000 times better than anything that this IRGC has, the new money, the $1.7 trillion that we just decided to spend on our military, will create new stuff that's even better. We really like those B-2 stealth bombers and the F-35s, by the way. But Israel just wrote some new software that's going to make them even better. So
And answer to Ali's question, Ali, if they're spending $1 billion, I say that even not $10 billion, they're gonna make $100 billion out of that $10 billion. So don't worry about them. They know how to make money, right? So they're not wasting their money, not a cent of it. They're gonna make out the billions out of those money that they have wasted because of this fucking IRGC in Iran. So don't worry about that. Okay? So don't. Yeah. So the American taxpayer, they know where to spend their money, and it is well spent.
It's fine.
I also tell him we take 50% of the oil.
No matter what we say, he goes, it's fine.
Yeah, of course. Of course he does.
Well, this is what happens when your brain is warped by the virus of hatred and totalitarianism. You don't really have any original thoughts. You haven't shared any original thoughts, Ali. Why is that?
I just try to say that everything happening is irrational.
Is what?
Or may irrational. Spanish.
Is he?
Because they decided to go the other way.
Is he in the Matrix or is it me?
He's in the Matrix.
It's Matrix. All of us. All of us.
He's in a carpet factory probably right now.
Oh. I wonder if he's flying around.
Yeah, I'm listening to you guys. Just go on. Yeah, just go and say scientific things. I'm listening.
Well, what we want was to hear if you had any original thoughts. Do you?
Probably the terrorist.
What? Okay.
You heard my original thoughts. You go on. I'm listening.
No, I haven't heard your original thoughts. What's your original thoughts?
Your budget. I'm fine.
Say that again?
Go on.
What?
I'm on your side. Go on. Listen.
So, see, this is what they said about the IRGC, that they were tricky liars. And Ali, I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm a little disappointed in you, Ali, because I was hoping you would act like a human being, not a tricky liar. Why are they such tricky liars? Armin, could you explain it to me? Because this is what people said about it.
Does not work.
Well,
Ali, can you tell me about the new Ayatollah? Is he gay?
I heard
Yeah, I know. He's gay. LGBTQ+.
That's the one that I was trying to share. It's a example of what
Is he in the
happened.
hospital
Because
still?
the last
Is
time
he walking
before
around?
the fake
Is he
one
playing
replaced
tennis?
them,
Pickleball?
that he
What's he
did
up to?
was a show with David Letterman, like the cosmic thief.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this type
You're
of
glad that the
light
Ayatollah is dead, right?
thermoplasmic water. You know that's alive. You know what I'm saying? And essentially, what we do is that we drop. Literally, think of it as like a drop of water. We drop a water.
Go on. What are you glad about right now?
No, Ali, I'm asking you.
The question is clear.
Ali, don't worry. The IRGC isn't in here. Ali, you're glad that Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, aren't you?
Just tell me the American dream. Tell me the American dream.
Ali, I'm asking yes or no. Wait, you're glad that the Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, correct, Ali?
He is dead. You're glad, right? No, talk about yourself. Tell me the.
No, you said we could.
There you go.
We said we could ask you questions. Are you very glad, Ali, that the Ayatollah Khamenei is dead?
Yeah, 90%, I think he's dead.
That's not Ali. Ali, you got very quiet. What happened? You were very talkative a minute ago. Are you worried that somebody will hear you say that?
You need to be careful down here.
You already heard about Houston shit.
Yeah.
Listen to you. Come on.
So answer the question.
I understand. So answer the question. You're very glad that the Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, correct? Ali? So if you're silent, we will take that as a yes. And if you stay in the room, we're going to take that as a yes. Just for the record. Just in case anybody is listening. I'm sure nobody is.
Yeah, she says, no, he's not. He's a sympathizer. For sure.
Well,
And that's fine. You say, no, Mike, that's fine. He can be the IRGC. He can be IRGC as long as he admits that, right? But he's lying. He said, no, I'm not. But you know what? This is because of that. This is because of that. You are me. That's fine. I've been brave enough. You know, the Americans, what they say, the freedom of speech. You have a right to express yourself, which is completely in contradiction with what we have experienced with the IRGC back in Iran. No, be brave enough. That is fine. You know, you can have that idea. That's fine. You know, but you need to tell that. You tell it.
Man up and say it.
I've been brave enough, and I talked to
I
guys.
respectfully disagree with
Couple
you.
of hours. Okay, go on.
Yeah, of course.
What happens
I
next?
think he's very
Go for your
glad.
academic figures and illuminate.
What's that now?
What
did you say?
Just say about everything about the plans. Whatever going.
Your phone is dying. Okay. Thank you for celebrating the death of the Ayatollah Khamenei with us in this room. I'm sure your parents will be very proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know Farsi?
A little bit.
You know Farsi. Nice.
Enough to burn you. Enough to burn you.
We don't have to burn it.
I'm burning right now.
So anyway, guys, so there is no point to talk to these people. They're gonna say the same thing and asking the questions and around and around and around and around. You know, we in Persian, probably in English, you do have the same words that you say that you can wake up someone. Someone is asleep, but you cannot wake up someone that pretends sleeping. You know, he's one of them. So you can never.
Very clever.
You know.
That's a good one.
So it's not going to happen. Do not waste your time, and thank you very much for all of you guys, with all of the intention. You're supporting us, you're helping us. It doesn't matter, it's because your interest aligns with us or not, but we know for a fact that the safe and prosperous Iran would benefit all the world, specifically Americans, Israelis, and all of the countries in the region.
100%, Armin. Very well said. Very well.
Some companies from England, at the moment they are on top companies in the world. The capitalism created the giant company in US that they provide job, productivity, innovation, everything that you can imagine is in US. Created
No,
and
it's not
innovated.
in the U.S. It was invented. It was invented in the U.S. But listen, let me explain why it is that we're getting everything from China today. Okay, why we're getting everything, our TVs,
Good example.
because America, Nike shoes, Nike, everything. But dude, it was invented in America. It's not being produced in America. This is the reason why.
I mean, you're forgetting Rolls Royce was produced in England. Rolls Royce was produced in England.
Consider them how much. What is the turnover of the money of that company?
Like one of the biggest
Turnover of what are the turnover of their money? Are they as big as Apple? Are they as big as Tesla? Are they big as Apple?
What do you mean?
No. No, beautiful. You can name it Rolex, for example. It's beautiful. Yeah, Rolex is beautiful, but you cannot compare the turnover of them with Apple. You cannot. You know, man. The thing is that
Where's the Apple? Exactly. You hit the point.
when you accept the
Where's the Apple phone made? No, stop. Yes, no, eat. Let me get it.
No.
Silicon Valley, bro. Where? No, dude. Where is the Apple phone made? Where is it made to be sold?
It doesn't matter where it is
You
made.
hit the point.
Where it is made.
It does matter. Where is
it doesn't matter.
phone made? Americans are not
It
making
doesn't matter. It's an American company.
Yes, it is.
No, it is an American company.
Americans are not getting the job.
No, the thing is that probably you are not looking for the job, man.
No,
yeah. Gonna bring to the need.
They drink a lot of water. They squirt it all over the place.
Okay,
This is the problem, okay? This is capitalism. Let me explain capitalism real quick, okay? Here's what it is. The people said, look, we can't. Listen, in America they have unions. We can't keep fighting the unions, and then everybody wants a good pay. We're not going to make money, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go to China and we'll teach the Chinese how to make these phones. Okay? They'll have people working on the production line at $1 an hour.
Okay.
So that way, then they'll bring us phones.
You finished.
And we'll make all this money.
You finished.
No, okay, let him finish, because I want to hear the argument.
Dude, again, this is capitalism. They don't give a fuck about Americans.
Okay.
American companies don't give a fuck about Americans. All they want is money. So what they did was they take the Apple phone and they taught everybody, and they give all the technology to China, and they showed them how to do it. And then China just basically delivers the phones to us, and then they sell it to us at $900.
Okay, I explained to you. In England,
I don't understand how that's a problem, though.
No, Bimo. The thing is that in England,
to make the phones, we don't have
zero. Give me a minute, okay, Bimo. The problem is that in England, even they don't create such a thing. They don't have Apple. There is zero innovation. Zero innovation.
Most of the companies in the United Kingdom are the so-called small to medium companies. These small to medium corporations are
I don't know
suffering.
if it's me, but you seem to be.
What do you mean? You guys have beautiful headquarters.
So we go
out
to
of
say,
UK.
in the UK, I say you got capitalism.
Beautiful.
Capitalism. Beautiful. Yeah, just like the Korean ladies and just like the Israeli ladies. We're not talking about beauties here. Okay, allow me to speak. I know you want to stop. I know your kike wants me not to speak. Okay, stop this kike. Excuse me, kike. Excuse me, kike. So basically,
beautiful fucking companies.
He's not.
I want him to stop. Whatever I have in the mic, this guy is stopping me from talking.
Cuban. Quit calling him a kite. Is he Cuban?
I don't think so. Anyway, the things about capitalism. I'm going to call it
Islam is a scam and incompatible with a world that separates church and state. Muhammad was a scammer, fraud, and a mafia
big
ruler.
corporation hands to take the market and destroying the
Blood
small,
money.
medium companies. This is called a takeover.
That's how capitalism
works. That is what we're seeing right now.
Exactly.
We're seeing right now. Yeah, that's why the economies of countries.
I'm confused.
Yes, stay confused, but let me finish. stay confused,
And
be quiet,
baseline.
let me finish.
Okay, yeah, I'm
So
listening.
when we got capitalism giving no chance for a small medium company to thrive, which is actually the 60% of the US
bloodline that
economy.
Palestinians receive is derived from the Holy Mosque instituted in
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah.
No.
Islam is a scam and incompatible with
Yeah,
the
could we
world
do
of
could we do
separatist
one at a time because
church and state.
we all want to
Muhammad was a
speak and I want to hear
separatist,
baseline speak too.
fraud, and mafia leader. The
Most of
blood money
these
that
scams,
Palestinians receive is derived from the
international
Muhammad Mosque
conglomerates
instituted in
thrives
an
on taking
unbelievable
over.
manner.
They're not innovate. They don't create. They take over the market, and the market is becoming the control of those few multinational conglomerates. Why is this a problem? That means you're going to have a monopoly on the market, and then you're going to have multinational conglomerates say, "Look, we're going to look for cheaper cost." So they're going to shift their labors and outsource them to countries like India, like China, and that's why you got a lot of homeless people, impoverished people who used to have their own businesses. So this is why America is becoming a working class, homeless nation. That's why you got people losing their jobs because they want. The main focus is to work for a
They will
multinational
never
conglomerate.
understand this until
They
they
used
force
to
it
have
to
their own business
but then
because they
still
can't
can't be
compete
saved
because of this
unless
capitalist
it
system
goes to their
that
side
actually
same
gives
profit
priority
for them to
to
allow people
multinational conglomerates.
if you read the
Y'all want
dictionary
Jews live in America?
I completely agree. And then they go into
Jews
these
live in
weird,
America?
they go into
Y'all?
these weird things of like politically like grifting. Once they become like financially homeless, they try to like grift into like politics and then they try to decide one side or the other. And then like now you're seeing in America like this new term coming to fruition, like politically homeless. They're not Democrats. They're not right or left. They're like politically homeless because they're just grifting.
So I don't see the problem. I don't.
Drifting, you mean drift. You mean drift. Like with a D, not with a G. You're not grifting.
I mean both.
You don't grift.
So I gotta say this. I think we're confusing capitalism with the other aspects of what the United States is. The United States is a mixed economy, which means it has socialist aspects as well as capitalist aspects, right? And so capitalism, the free market.
There's three things that rule American.
No, but that's the thing. Like we're.
So hold on. Let me just hold on. I want everybody to speak, but let me just end real quick.
You feel me? Like we come here from Cuba, and it's like it's not capitalism, but it's like damn, we're trying to escape communism, and like Cubans are the biggest in Florida. Not trying to take the stage, but I'm like, when you say that, I'm like, that's what America is. Like, that's the beauty of it. Come here, escape, create.
I don't see much beauty.
So as I was saying,
I see beauty in the fact
we're
all from Europe.
So the
Latin America, fucking Southeast Asia.
Come on, bro.
Alright, dale.
Don't
mute.
No mame, güey.
Alright, baseline.
You
know I'm right.
My argument is that what we're identifying is not like having big corporations chase it. No, that's not. That's the system. That is the social. That's the government-backed favoritism. That is what the government uses, using subsidies, using regulations, using tax favors, bailouts, political lobbying. You have the licensing barriers, and most importantly, which I'm very outspoken about this, is the patent system, right? Yep. You have a patent system, which literally the entire intent of the patent system is to stop competition. Nope. It's to.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up.
So.
Thank you so much.
So my point is that, and I'll land here. You know, I'm sorry, I know I'm long-winded, but the point is that no, I disagree. I think that capitalism is what we need. I think when we see, because under capitalism, you're not forced to buy a product. You're not forced to work for it or sell to it or to obey it under, that's my opinion. I'm talking like explicit coercion, right? Under capitalism.
Socialism, though. This is the problem with Americans. You're not understanding what it is. And also, you mentioned bailout.
So then let's define that. Then let's get clear. Let's be linguistically decisive and define socialism and capitalism.
Okay. Let me just address one thing that you mentioned. You put bailout under capitalism. No, you have to pick that up and put that under socialism.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was pointing to, because that is not capitalistic. That's the bad thing that I'm talking about. That's the socialist aspect. The subsidies, the regulations, the bailouts, all of that is the socialist aspect, not capitalism. So when I was specifically talking about computations.
I mean this in the nicest way, but you have it flipped.
Okay,
that's not a socialistic.
Okay,
that's
capitalistic. Okay,
you have it flipped.
All right, we're gonna have to define that. Then before we go forward, let's define explicitly both socialism and capitalism. Who would like to give us their definition of socialism and?
Yeah, sure. When I'm given time, I would love to do that.
Okay, I would love baseline. It is all you, but also you have to manage E. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you hear me? Breaker,
yeah,
19?
I can hear you. So, like, the definition of socialism, it's an economic and political system based on public and collective ownership of the means of production, and I can see that being triggered of like the bourgeoisie, like we must seize the means of production. I get that, I understand that, but it's the distribution of goods. It advocates for reducing wealth inequality. It's all about reducing inequality through shared control, often being like you have government intervention, whether it be like taxing the rich, things like that, to provide services for healthcare and education. I mean, we look at every other country on the planet Earth. Why are 3/4 of our you work a job, correct? Like, why are 3/4 of our job and our tax health or free education or roads being paved or affordable like buses bringing your children to school, things like that. And that the news and the media teaches you that these things are like inachievable, but in reality, like every other fucking country on the planet Earth, that's already implemented. What if you could break their leg and go to the doctor and pay 50 fucking pesos or bucks or whatever the equivalent?
You know that next year Mexico is going to have
breaking news in River North, a robbery at a popular 24-hour diner. Police say Grill 24 in Chicago and a relief buses.
Javelin missiles, which is $8.5 million fucking dollars. Like, you're telling me that that's more important?
and it can't even hit shit.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, you're telling me that we have school shootings happening every saying raped and murdered, and we haven't even touched the fucking Epstein files, but yet we're giving millions and millions and billions of fucking dollars to Israel, but we can't afford free healthcare. We don't have enough money for that shit. We don't have enough money for that. We have enough money. Every fucking politician should go fucking stroke their dick and flick their fucking cunt to go to a fucking golf course. We can't afford that shit. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Burn the motherfucker down, bro. Speaking like someone who won like president at your college. Drag him the fuck out. Burn that, light that motherfucker on fire. Drag him out. Fucking Gaddafi that shit. Shove a fucking screwdriver up his asshole. Burn that motherfucker down. We need to start the fuck over because this shit ain't fucking working.
So I get that. So the socialism, you define socialism, right? But I'm still confused as to why you think that the regulations.
Yeah, I'll give you a simple explanation. Socialism. You see, it's three things. It's simple. I think it's fog energy. You have technology. No, hear me out. You have technology. You have a tech. Shut the fuck up for a second. You have technology, a marketplace, and a government. You have a technology that increasingly replaces the warmth of human contact with the efficiency of coal machines. You have a marketplace that convinces you that you're only important as the machines that you affect. And you have a government, by its bigness, convinces you that you are too small to affect change. But just like all those three things, the very platform, the very fucking platform, the sturdiness of the fucking cryptic platform that all these things stand upon can be humanly changed and can be humanly conceived. So the very next steps that you need to take are the steps that should lead to your human, social, physical, and sociological fucking liberation.
Or do you just take a crap?
What do you mean crap? Craps the game.
Yeah, you know to shoot craps?
Just let me search about it. Maybe I know
You
it.
should search it. There's a pass line and a go line. You can have a hard six. Snake eyes. Google snake eyes. The word snake eyes.
One beer at a hockey
Do
game.
you know how to play chess, girl?
I've had a couple of beers at a hockey game.
I don't play chess. I play blackjack.
Boy, you don't have enough.
I know how to play shake.
I'm all through my neck and back. We got to look at my MRI before I had the injections, after the injections, and I no longer had bulges. In 1 month, I had those symptoms. I had full range of motion back.
I bet you I
pain,
Ollie,
bulging disc,
do you know
all
how
through my
to
neck and back.
do you know how to pass Boardwalk and Park Place? Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to build hotels on the North Carolina and Pennsylvania? Do you know this?
What's the best?
I'm a professional Monopoly player.
Monopoly player. Besides that, what do you do?
Professional Monopoly player. I play hockey. I'm a hockey player.
You're a hockey player. Do you also
Yes, I'm a hockey player. I play hockey.
You also tennis. Do you also play tennis? I can teach you many things, Abby, if you come to Iran. I can teach you
And Noma, just a question, because there is.
Hold on, I need to make sure Abby did not do it.
But I'll tell you what, Ollie, you can come to the Emirates and lose all your money. We'll host. What's the money called in Iran? What's the Real? What's that worth to the dollar right now, the real?
Worthless. So low, but the oil and benzene is much
lower. They had to make a
Oh, great. So you can go nowhere with money.
Wait, so what's the exchange rate?
I don't know what's the exchange rate, but Iranians are having a good life, you know?
0 to infinite. The exchange rate.
Your assistant lacrosse coach at Hinsdale Central High School is facing several charges, including
You called your opponent this fat Jew.
So he's not from Israel, but you called a guy in Florida this fat Jew. How is that not anti-Semitic?
Well, he's a Jewish supremacist, and he put Israel before America, and I think that, he should be tried for treason.
This fat Jew is anti-Semitic.
Yes.
What is the fetico right now? I'm playing lovely. How can I play with you? Or the
We're playing with you.
Well, Ali, how do you think the team is going to do in the World Cup, the Iranian team? Should we bet on it?
Dan is a toxic agreement to shit his ex account.
Yeah, how do you think they're going to do?
Toulouse?
Yeah, Toulouse, yeah. Just use it to lose, yeah.
Didn't Trump say he wants them to bring in Italy now instead of Iran?
Yeah, I hope he does this. Because we are not really interested to come.
It's okay, the Italians are probably better looking than
Ali, you know that if they come to the United States, it's going to be a very great consequence to them. You know for a fact, what would be the Iranian reaction to them if they come to the United States?
Okay, let's bet what's going to happen. Okay, you come.
Yeah, we'll see.
Stop you right there.
Hey, guys, I do have a question.
Okay, good.
And the question is that we as an Iranian, which we are opposing the regime, what do you think as a friend, what we should do that we haven't done, that you think that, hey, you guys, Iranian, this is your country, like, you should have done this. Right? It is great to hear from you guys because you're the outsiders to our country and you're contributing to this war and you do have some stakes here. What we should do?
Conversation. Yeah, what we should do. You say. Come on. Your people say what we should do. How we should bring democracy.
No, that's not my question. Don't change it. I see that what we haven't done that we could do. Right? So don't change the narrative for my question that, American tell us now what to do. No, it's not. It's just as advice, as a friend.
Well, we have.
What do you think that?
Yeah, what do you think we should do? Yeah, please. I'm also curious about the answer.
No, not the Americans, Iranian. Like you are looking from outside. You say, hey, Iranian, you're against the government. I think it would be better to do this A, B, C, D. You know?
Okay. Let me.
Not you, Ali. You're Iranian. I asked the American friends, not you.
Okay, American. Okay, I'm curious about what Americans gonna say. Yeah, come on.
And Mama, maybe you. And you're from the. You're American, obviously. And what do you think that we can? You know, it's always good to talk. Yeah. Like to help it out, like because
You are going to go through a bit of a challenge, and that challenge will be to take your freedom back. And Israel and the United States will help you, but we can't do it for you. And we don't want, and I'm terrified that even one single person over there should die. I don't want it to happen. But this is the time. We've reached this time in human history in which this bizarre alliance between Islam and communism, or whatever it is,
and the left,
then the left. It's got to end. And we have an unusual president, Donald Trump, who, unlike all the previous presidents, he realized that he is the man of destiny who has to bring this regime to an end. And thank God for him. And now you guys are going to be able to do your part. So get enough rest, get enough food, and get yourself organized because it's going to be your turn soon to take the country back.
Sure, I agree with you, but let's say you're Iranian, right? What you would do as an Iranian in this situation? Just brainstorming.
Well, I don't know anything about what's going on over there, but if you ask yourself that question, you are one of the most brilliant and gifted peoples in human history. And I'm not kidding around about that. I'm completely serious. I know about this. I knew about this for years and years. There's some Americans who have studied this, and we know what amazing culture you have, what amazing people, what talent, what art, what cinema. I'm not kidding around. What food. You have this magnificent culture, and now what you have to do is take your freedom interest, yes. As you said before, of course it's in our interest. Because you guys, the IRGC regime was growing close to our enemy, China. And part of this is we're showing our hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're showing them this is how we roll, baby. So you're going to think twice before you take over Taiwan and the Straits of Taiwan. Don't think of the Strait of Hormuz. Think of the Strait of Taiwan. It ain't going to happen because our military might is greater than that of China. And we have to keep it that way. And then, you know what? When China sees that, they're going to want to be partners with us. They're not going to want to fight us. And we're going to have a good relationship after that.
Because the other way around. Because the other way around is going to be catastrophic for the world. It's going to be catastrophic because if for some reason, hopefully never happens, is the war thing doesn't work the way that the American planned, then China would have the audacity to say that, hey, they couldn't get the Hormuz back. How are they going to get the Taiwan back, right? They're going to say that because China is not comparable to Iran. They are a massive power. That's a fact. We cannot ignore it. But it's going to be a massive disaster for the world order, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. But
you're right.
And for the Iranian compatriots, what I can see that at this stage we can do is just to get more organized. Of course, we are united over the Reza Pahlavi, and it doesn't mean that we are waiting for just the Americans and the Israeli to do the job for us, as you said. It's that sometimes that we need to, if we cannot take the gun, educate ourselves, inform the other people how to, for example, how to do the first aid at the time of the uprising, because we know that for a fact they're going to come out and there's going to be casualties. At least you can minimize the casualties by learning the first aid and buying some of these tourniquets and this and that and put it at home for the day. You know, that's happening. It's one of the things that we can do.
Very practical, make a lot of sense.
And the second... And the second thing is that at the time of this situation happens, what should be our reaction? Should we open our doors? Should we disconnect our security cameras in our building because the RGC later on going to come down and check all of this security footage? This could be learned and inform the people inside of Iran, because we do have the satellite channels. Still, the people of Iran have access to that. This is the second thing that could be done. And the third thing is if we need to have
stop. Okay, we got his idea. His idea aligns with my idea. Iranian people should do it better.
When we tell you to speak, you say nothing. And then when somebody else is speaking, you open your mouth. What's the problem? The guy is talking. Just listen. Take out your little stubby pencil and write down what he says. This is important stuff.
I wrote down your idea.
Sorry. I apologize for the arrogance and rudeness of my guests.
It's all right. So we're going used to that. These are the things that we cannot just sit down as an Iranian. Yes, I know that some of us. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not going to be 1 day, 2 day, 2 months. We don't know. Hopefully, it finishes soon. But we need to have a plan for the future, which we have. The lesson learned. We need to know these things in advance. We need to organize. Yes, we don't have armed groups, unfortunately, right? But we do have some of the things that we can do, which we haven't done it before, such as the education, such as we do have a lot of the entrepreneurs, the sitting down together, creating an app, and that we can, if we don't have internet, at least through the network of the Bluetooth, which everybody has a cell phone at the moment in Iran, so they getting connected and stay connected together, right? And create a piece of a technology that we can, take in some SIM cards that works via satellites and during the emergency. So they cannot crack down on the people. These things, in my opinion, I'm not the expert matter, just out of the blue comes to my mind, and I think that Iranian people can perform better in these areas. Maybe they are doing, I don't know about it, but just worth mentioning it.
You see, you have such great ideas, man. I told you, you know what to do. You know better than me. You're much smarter than me.
Thank you very much, Art.
Thank you.
Elaborate all the details. I hope that this one says his or her idea. You don't talk this much after that, because we want to gather the ideas from the group.
Look at that.
Just let the people talk.
Oh, I don't know why you're reminding me of Bahrandi, the regime propaganda agent who pops up on the Western media.
Bahrandi, yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same accent, exactly the same English, the word, everything's the same.
You're talking 99%. Okay, just let them talk. Come on. And El Normo's plan for Iran's liberation is exactly my plan. It should be done by the hand of Iranians. Okay, next.
Yeah, no, it's not. El Normo has nothing in common with you, man. Nothing. Sorry to say that if you
I
listen
said
to
that the Iranian people should take their freedom back. And what is
the way that he's twisting El Normo. He's twisting your words.
Straighten me out, Ali. What did I get wrong? Straighten me out, please. I want to learn from you.
No, El Normo, you have said all the right things. I agree with you, man. Okay. Iranians should do it by themselves. I totally agree with you, man. Honestly. Thank you.
So I didn't twist it. I got it right.
But maybe in 10 years, he said.
Well, I think
Like
it's going to be
later,
maybe,
without
it'll be
the war.
10 weeks. Maybe it'll be 10 weeks. I don't know.
The way that El Normo, the way that he's interpreting your word is that, hey, leave the Iran alone. We can fix it ourselves. Do not attack us. Do not bomb us. Americans should leave. The way that he's interpreting your words is this way. I know them to the bone. Yeah, I know. It's not what El Normo believes. No, El Normo believes that America should be there and they should bomb the shit out of you guys and the Iranian people. So create opportunity for the Iranian people to use this opportunity and take the control of their own country. That's very different from your narrative, Ali.
We can keep talking.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. I know you guys better than yourself. It's not gonna work.
Go over to the next one.
Ali, what is your position?
Who is asking?
My name's Ariana.
Oh, Ariana, thank you for asking my position.
Is this who I think it is, Ariana?
Too, yeah. That's my... Oh,
Hi again.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, I came in the room, I seen you all, Abby, everyone else listening.
I didn't know it was you. It's good to see you.
I know. I'm back. I was trying to move to the Middle East. I was trying to move to Dubai, and then everything got bombed. I was planning to move there, so... Not everything.
Jesus. It's okay again.
Yeah. I've been trying to move there, but anyways, yeah. Well, I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Ariana, before stating my own opinion about the issue, I really recommend you to see Tehran, to see Tel Aviv, to see Lebanon. They are really beautiful, rich culture places. To see Istanbul, beautiful places, you know? Enjoy Middle East. Yeah, and my opinion about the liberation of Iranians is that...
There's just one little problem. Once you visit Tehran, like right now, there's no guarantee that you can visit the other places after that.
Yeah.
This might be the last visit. I'm just saying, but it's a great idea. A great fucking idea.
No, just make sure you're not in the IRGC places.
Yeah, just after war, we are Iranian, you know, we are so hospitable.
It's cute that you keep trying to send people to Iran. It's very cute.
Yeah, we have saffron, we have with music, we have everything, you know, you can enjoy Iran. We have really good food, full of proteins and vitamins.
Yeah, if you let them come in. Yeah.
Let them come in. I for sure let them come in. I can even send you videos that Americans also come to Iran before this war. But my opinion about...
And keep them hostage in the prison and ask for money. Yeah.
No, I never. I'm not a bad one.
No, you didn't take hostages 444 Americans.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
What up? I think somebody's trying to reach us from Iran. Hi there, Mikhail. Are you from Iran? Because your service sucks. Mikhail, you're with us? You keep on miking. Are you trying to send